So I offer my humble pranams to everyone who's here, especially the sannyasis, Shanta Maharaj, and everyone. And I offer my humble obeisances into the lotus feet of everyone who's here to listen Harikatha. So I would like to request you all to sit down and have a little bit of patience so we all can listen to these words. Because when you are standing up, the mind of the speaker and the listeners is kind of disturbed. So please, you sit down. So we have done so much effort to be here. We came here with the purpose of listening Harikatha. Because the dharma of this Kali Yuga is Harinama Sankirtan and listen Harikatha. When we listen to Harikatha, all anarthas are destroyed from our hearts. Sometimes you may say, well, I commit so many nama aparadas, offenses to holy names. And sometimes I can chant this nama abbas, the semblance of Harinam. Well, I chant 64 rounds, I chant 100,000 holy names. You may say all these things, you may do all these things, but if you do not listen Harikatha, you will not get the fruits. You have to listen to Harikatha because Harikatha is directly Sri Hari. So this transcendental sound, Shabda Brahma, is coming from the speaker's words. So all the anarthas from our hearts will be destroyed by listening to this. So I was talking about the stories of Gurudev. You have listened so many specialities about him. Some Prabhu, I didn't get the name, but he was here since the beginning. We both he has so many love and affection. We both have this nice relationship. So for around 3 years, he was taking care of the temple. But then things change, things happen in life. And now, this brahmachari from Rupa Sanatan, he was the pujari for some time. Maybe you forgot or not, because there's a long time. Maybe 15 or 16 years ago. 13 years ago. The deity that I had, Mahaprabhu, we also brought here. And we did Nama Sankirtan. Then we made this Govardhana Parikrama. And also, we did this prasadam distribution at the temple for Gurudeva's appearance day. By the order of our Srila Gurudeva, this deity was established. And then I went to the Western countries. And then I could not come to check what was going on here. So this Prabhu was taking care of this place. So what is the meaning of establishing a temple? What is the meaning of establishing a deity? The Acharyas say, spiritual things, 3 things are very important for you to understand the spiritual aspects. You have, first of all, to have a bona fide guru. Because this person will show you the real path. Because we may walk in the darkness. So we have to have someone to show us the way. After the forest, there are so many stones. And after the stones, so many thorns. So if we don't know the right way to go, we can have so many obstacles. So you have to follow the appropriate path. In order for you to know where the right place is, you have to get the guidance of this bona fide guru, because he will show you the way, he will show you the path. You have to give up all these things of karma, yoga, tapasya, and follow only bhakti. We don't have so much time to talk. I'll say only a few words. So please, first of all, you have to get a bona fide guru. This is the first thing for you to understand in a spiritual life. The bona fide guru will show us the way, the path, through where we must go. So the second important thing in a spiritual life is the shastra, the scriptures. Because the person who's speaking must speak according to the conception of the scriptures. You have to check this information from the shastras. Because the guru will show you the way, the direction. He will show where we must go. So what's the way of bhakti? The guru will show you. So second aspect, shastra. Shastra is very important. The scriptures are very important. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in his Dasha-mula slokas, he said, we have 10 principles. We have to follow this. We have to follow the Vedas by the Guru Parampara. The Shastra is very important. Everyone may say what is there in the scriptures. We're not telling bad things about anyone. This is not our intention here. But we have to pay attention. We have to get the conception from our Guru Parampara from the Shastra. Because some people, they say what they think about the scriptures. So they fool people. So it is really important to have a bona fide guru and follow the right conceptions of the Shastras. You have to receive this information coming from the bona fide Guru Parampara, the disciplic succession. If you say a verse, a shloka, for example, you have to, it has to be according to the Shastra. So it is really important to know the right conception of the Shastra. So in this amazing book, Madhurya Kadambini, it is explained. What else do we need? The third thing is the place. So the first one, Guru, second, Shastra, and the third thing, important for spiritual life, a place. Now we have this lockdown, this pandemic thing going on. So everyone is connected to the internet and listening Harikatha. Who has an internet or cell phone and is getting connected through this? Who has a cell phone here? Please raise your hands. Who doesn't have a cell phone? Please raise your hands. Only 2 people don't have cell phones here. So not everyone is now being able to listen to our Harikatha. It is really important to have a place in which we can gather and listen to the right conceptions of the scriptures from a bona fide person. So the devotees are speaking Harikatha for more than 55 years old, incessantly. So now we have only this online option. We have no place to speak Harikatha. So we have to pray so we can establish the temple. So the importance of the temple is exactly this. All the acharyas before Prabhupada, they were bhajananandi. And there is another kind of person called Goshthanandi. So all acharyas before Srila Prabhupada were bhajananandi. They were engaged in their own personal bhajan. They would speak Harikatha. Yeah, they would speak something, but they were always absorbing their own bhajan. They would tell people to chant holy names, but they were concentrated in their own bhajan, in their own practice. So in this verse, they did not have time. If someone came and made questions, they did not have time to answer all of these things. They were all concentrated in their own personal bhajan. So the another type of person is Goshthanandi, the person that is so the other type of person who's called Goshthanandi, he does his own bhajan, but he also travels and preaches and so on. So now I'll tell you the truth. If we did not have this tent, this amazing place here for us to be under, we would not gather here because of the sun, because of the weather, or because of any other reason. So how can we listen Harikatha? We have to make these facilities happen in order to listen Harikatha. So it is really important to have a temple, to have a place we can gather. So these three things are really important: the bona fide guru, the shastra, and the temple. So first of all, for this Kali Yuga conditioned souls, we have to have a bona fide guru. Did you understand the three things I said? I'll tell you again. It is very easy to get an ordinary guru. It is really easy to get a very ordinary guru, but a bona fide guru is really rare. The real guru who will show you the real path, the perfect path of spiritual life. So, what did I say? What should we have in our lives? Shastra, guru, and a temple. What else did I say? The temple is so important. So we are establishing this temple here. The devotees will be able to gather here, chant holy names, chant the songs, listen and speak Harikatha. So if we do not have the temple, where would the saints be? Where would the saints speak? So first we have to listen from this pure devotee, and we have to establish temple. So your preaching will be successful, your life will be successful if you have these three things: guru, shastra, and temple. I'm sorry, I didn't get. So I'll not speak too much because other speakers are here. Today is Advaita Saptami as well. This is the appearance day of Advaita Acharya, Mahavishnu and Sadashiva. Because he is the creator and the destroyer together. So together they appeared as Sri Advaita Acharya. Sri Advaita Acharya is Bhagavat Tattva. His name is Acharya. That is, he does what he preaches. He follows by examples. He teaches by examples. Who is considered an Acharya? The Acharya himself performs a certain behavior, so he teaches by his behavior, through his behavior. So you have to do before teaching. Sometimes people just preach, but they don't follow, but they follow, but they don't preach. You have to do both. You have to do both. Sometimes people only preach, but sometimes people just follow the things, the information and instructions, but they don't preach. So the person who follows and preach the information is Jagat Guru, the Guru of the universe. So, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Swami Maharaj, he made all this earth dance. So it has to do with the ability of doing and preaching the same thing. Srila Gurudeva has preached in so many countries. In United States, Brazil, England, and Europe, everywhere. He preached everywhere. In India, everywhere he went. He went to every place in India. So, in the same way, Sri Advaita Acharya, he's Acharya because he follows what he says. So, he was the cause for Mahaprabhu to appear here. Why Mahaprabhu came at the beginning of this Kali Yuga, not at the end? Why did he come at the beginning? Because generally the avatars of the Lord, they appeared at the end of this era, of each era. Generally, in general, this happens. But Mahaprabhu came in the very beginning of Kali Yuga. Mahaprabhu said, I was sleeping in the milk ocean. Sometimes, so he was sleeping in the milk ocean over my snake bed. But then I listened to the claim of Sri Advaita Acharya. Nara also means hair in Hindi. Sorry, people, I didn't get what she said. I'll just go back a little bit so I can understand, okay? So who is Nara? Who's Nara? The devotees ask, who is Nara? So Nara is the one who claims and wakes someone else's up. That's what I got from this information. Because sometimes people think that the word Nara is something related to hair, because in Hindi this word relates to something like cutting the hair or something like that. But Nara in reality is someone who wakes someone else up. So Mahaprabhu was telling that Advaita Acharya woke him up. That is, this is the speciality of Advaita Acharya. He came to Navadvipadam, and then Advaita Acharya saw that the Vaishyas, Shudras, and even the Brahmanas, they were not performing bhajan at that time. They would not chant the name of Krishna Rama or even chant the Gayatri mantra. They would have so many titles, like this. You have these Brahmana titles, these Veda knowledge titles. But the Brahmanas at that time were not even remembering God. Even the Brahmanas, they would not chant properly the Gayatri mantras at that time. They would not say the holy names of Lord They would only concentrate in tantras, mantras, and with other reasons, intentions. So, the Brahmanas were always fighting amongst themselves. So, you have to you have to use Krishna's names in order to bless people, not in order to manipulate people. The Brahmanas are here in order to bless, not in order to fight or manipulate. That was happening at Advaita Acharya's time. They were also worshipping Kali and other demigods and so many other things. They were committing so many offenses. If you have to choose who to worship, you worship the Lord, the original Lord, because He's the source of all the other demigod and demigoddesses. We are not forbidding anyone here. We are not preventing you to worship the demigod and demigoddesses, but you have to understand this conception that their power comes from the original source. Bhagavan is the source. You have to worship the higher form, which is the form of Sri Hari. I'm not telling you to remove some deity from your house. I'm not telling you that. If your in-laws are very old people and then suddenly you go to their place and take their deities off the altar, no, you should not do this. You should not generate not harmony. But you have to focus your energy and worship Sri Hari. So Sri Hari is higher. So I put him, you can keep all demigod and demigoddesses you want in your altar, but you put Sri Hari at the higher position because he's the source of everything. He is the origin of prema. He's the origin of everything. So if someone in your family is worshipping demigods or demigoddesses, you should not criticize this person. You may continue to worship whoever you want, but you have to put Lord Sri Hari at the higher position. And then, by the mercy of this very same demigods that you are worshipping, by their own mercy, you start worshipping the source of all sources, which is Sri Hari, Krishna. You should never dishonor anyone. All demigod and demigoddesses follow the orders of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is like the president. He has so many ministers. Everyone else in the government is serving him, working for him. So who's the Supreme Lord? Bhagavan Krishna, Sri Hari. So all demigod and demigoddesses are the servants of him. Kali, Shiva, Durga, everyone. Indra. All demigods and demigoddesses. What are they doing? They're serving Sri Hari. have to go back. I didn't understand. Just a second. So Kali, Shiva, Durga, all the demigods and demigoddesses are Bhagavan's servants. So sometimes we think, well, it is better to do nothing than to worship. But Krishna showed this to us by lifting Giriraj Govardhan. We should not dishonor any demigod or demigoddesses. You should not be frozen by your fear. You have to honor them. But we always have to maintain Sri Hari at the topmost higher position. This is the first step. This is the first step we must take. So in order so we can advance, we can go on, we can move forward. So Advaita Acharya was seeing that people forgot Sri Hari and they forgot the holy names, the Maha Mantra. They forgot the Maha Mantra specifically for this Kali Yuga. Who would know what was the Maha Mantra for this Kali Yuga at that time? Nobody knew. Nowadays, people chant, how can I say that in English? It's not upside down. It's like the last part they chant as the first part, you know? So first they start chanting Hare Rama, and then Hare Krishna. So when you ask them why are they doing this, they say, well, the Shastra is telling us we should chant Hare Rama first and then Hare Krishna. But the Maha Mantra for this Kali Yuga specifically is stated in the scriptures. Every yuga has a specific mantra. Advaita Acharya was so angry with people, with the situation of the earth. So he thought, I am the creator, but I am also the destroyer. Advaita Acharya thought, I will manifest my 4 arms and I will destroy everything here. But suddenly, an aerial voice came to him and told, Advaita Acharya, please be patient. You are Prabhu. Your Prabhu, Vrajendranandana Shama Sundara Shri Krishna is coming soon. And Advaita Acharya thought, but when is he coming? You may say, oh, someone is coming, you can call someone and the person may say, well, I'm coming, but when are you really coming? Advaita Acharya. So in order to call the Lord immediately, he took some tulsi leaves and Ganga Jal, the water of Ganges, and then he worshipped the Lord in order to invoke him, to call him. So he offered Ganga Jal and tulsi leaves. So you don't have to give anything to the Lord. If you offer him Ganga Jal, water of the Ganges, and also tulsi leaves, he will be more than satisfied. So every time we do this, we please him. So Advaita Acharya, he did this in order to the Lord to manifest himself in this earth. So today we are speaking this beautiful Harikatha. So we would never be able to to express everything, because Harikatha is infinite, as the Lord is infinite too. So today is Advaita Saptami. Today we are following this fasting. But the real fasting is to listen Harikatha. There is no use of in not eating or drinking, but when you do not listen Harikatha. This is not the perfect fasting. If you only eat fruits, this is not the point. The monkeys are always taking only fruits. So are the monkeys always fasting? So you may think of the monkeys from Vrindavan, like when they see that you are using glasses, they take your glasses from you and they keep the glasses in their little hands in order to make an exchange of your glasses for the food. They want this reward to give you the glass back, the glasses back. So we are not doing fasting in order to receive something from the Lord. The real fasting is listen Harikatha. So today is the great appearance of Sri Advaita Acharya. We don't have much time to speak more. So if I stay alive in the future, I want to come back here at this place, so I can be here for the inauguration, for the opening of the temple. When the temple is built, I want to be here. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. Jai. Okay, thank you, Hare Krishna. So this class was given in February 19th. It was translated only to Portuguese. That's why I'm translating from Portuguese to English today. I'm so sorry for my translation. Hare Krishna.